Hey guys, thanks for watching 205 Outdoors. Out here today with the new drone. You know, I got the M30T, DJI M30T Matrice. Been out here just looking for deer on our property. It's still deer season right now, but we just haven't really had a lot of luck. You know, our fields and everything didn't really come up that well after the drought, and with all the timber that they cut, it's just been kind of a bad season. I've killed 2 so far, but no bucks. I think there's been 1 buck killed on our property so far that I'm aware of, and we are actually past the rut. So it's been an unusual season, to say the least. So I decided to get the drone out and just sort of start canvassing our property and just looking to see, you know, where if any did we have any bucks. And actually found a nice one this morning. Had a good overcast. As you can see now, the sun's starting to come out. So once the sun comes out, it's really hard to catch things in thermal. It makes it a lot more challenging. And you know, I may put the drone up in just a few minutes, but I wanted to go ahead and talk a little bit about this. So I'm gonna go ahead and talk a little bit about this. Show you the drone itself. And that's the Matrice M30T right there. I just landed it. I'm fixing to do a battery swap, and I'm going to try to fly a little bit more. I've got a buck. Well, I got people in the club, so we'll know that it's somewhere in this area, maybe between here and a mile or so. But he's a pretty nice one. I'll put a video of him up. But just going back to, you know, I mentioned it on the audio podcast the other day. I'm going to be doing a lot of drone footage on here. I'm going to start doing drone deer recovery, working to learn how to do, you know, property management surveys and help people kind of identify what's on their property. You know, like I talked about in the podcast, you know, when you're out here hunting, you hunt with a lot more confidence if you know that those bucks are in the area. You know, like the buck that I saw this morning, had I been hunting, I mean, well, now when I go, at least when I hunt the property, I know that there's always a potential I could see that deer, and well, he's a good one. He'll be a shooter for. I think he's going to be a shooter. He's a good sized buck. I'm guessing, just looking at him, probably 120, 130 inch. I believe he's an 8. He may be a 9 point, but we'll look at him on the video. I kind of scanned over him a few minutes ago. I had some trees in the way, and I was able to maneuver the aircraft to see him a little bit better, but there was still kind of thick where he was at, obviously. Anyway, a lot of what you're going to see on the channel now will probably be me flying the drone, at least till crappie season and turkey season. And you know, I may have a couple of deer hunts on here, but really it really has been a kind of a tough season for us on our property. Anyway, I just want to give you guys an update and let you see some drone footage. Thanks for watching 205 Outdoors, and don't forget to listen to 205 Outdoors podcast. All right, I got screen recording now. So it's recording us talking. Let's see. I'm gonna go back to thermal. Hopefully the deer is still there. Tilt my gimbal down. There. Look at it. God, look how many deer that is, dude.
4, 5, 6.
I'm gonna zoom in with my thermal just so we can see it. Look at that. There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And look, there's nothing planted there. Nothing. All right, I fixed
6 deer. I saw Roy and corned them up.
We know that's what I guarantee you, them rascals. Let's see what we got right there. I don't even know if that's what we're looking at. Let's just see. That's what I was looking at a second ago. So this button. That's deer bedded. Look at that. How about that? Oh, sorry guys, I'm switching this thing around all over the place. I found a deer pretty quick. This is so cool. I love a cloudy day out here. All right, let's find some more. I'm gonna leave that one alone. I thought there might be some bedded over here. Let's go back to thermal. Well, I know what a deer looks like on here now, so that's you guys can see that was pretty obvious. So let's fly around. May not be able to see this one good. Unless I guess if I got right over it, I can probably see it. Oh, there we go. What we got? It's a buck. We got us a buck. Got us a buck and a doe right here bedded down. Or see that? Look at that rack. There you go. I don't know if it's a buck and a doe or a buck and a spike or something. It's two deer. Had to kind of finagle around to get to see him and all that thick stuff. It's pretty cool. Let's see if we can zoom in on this. Oh, there we go. I think it's a doe. Thank you. Look at deer. That wind is terrible. Let's see what we got here. It's a buck. There's two. Mom and a baby. I'll mark those. Purple for doe. Oops. How about that? I guess it's going to walk around in circles this morning. Kind of see them walking. There we go. And it's kind of thick pines there, but just feeding through. Assuming these are all does coming up with them, but we're going to look at them all because this might be a buck slip through here. I don't want to miss him. Maybe we could find a buck in some of these, laying on a hillside or something. On it. There you go. Deer. These are all does. Kind of thick in there. Now, in these cases, if I've already seen these deer, but if I was really curious, or if I was worried that somebody shot one, so they're right there. What I would do is fly above them, and we would be able to see it pretty easily. Just hover over them if I was looking for wounded deer. I'm just surveying our property right now, just seeing what we have. Still pretty cool. I'm sure it's another doe. I guess those does are probably going to that field behind them. They're not far from me, by the way. 846 feet, whatever that is, less than 300 yards. This one's over here by itself. That one kind of doing some traveling kind of like a buck would. I'm sure it's not. I'm just going to kind of make my way around and look. Should step out in the open air any second. Just wait on it. Make sure it didn't turn. It should have a visual. Or is it just up in those pines where I can't see it? This one I want to see. See, it's gotten by me already. It's in the thick stuff. I may hover over this one and just take a look straight down into it. Alright, so we know where it's going. I'm assuming this is all probably part of this doe group. I may mark these because this looks like an actual good trail to know. So I'm going to go back here. We're just going to start marking. Mark. 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 It's right in that little area. You got this one. We're just going to mark them as they move. I'm just going to try to get this trail. Because when I go through and scout, walking the property after season, I may walk through here. Now, I'm sure this is probably, none of these are bucks that I'm seeing right now. So let's take a look at that one. It's like another doe. Let's see, that's a doe. So none of these are bucks. But when we learn these deer travel route, so I'll go back and look today what the wind was. I think it's northwest. It's a northern wind. So on a northern wind, these bucks are going to be crossing this trail. There's multiple doe that use this as an access, and they feed through here or bedding through here. So I would fully expect a buck to come through here. What we got right there? Another doe. Now I don't know if does are fairly predictable, so they probably are here a good bit. Still haven't seen that one. That I don't want to spook them and get too far above them or too close to them. There's something right in here, and I keep. There's a lot of it's pretty thick in this area. So what I'm going to do is swing around. And see that? Boom! Opened it up. All right, so there's one. That's just a doe laying down. It looks like, I don't know, it may be a feeding. It's hard to tell. So that one's a doe. These are just a good doe bedding area.
Viewing pinpoint.
Oop, I hit the wrong button. So we got one right in here. I may have to fly over this one. It's just pretty thick from above. It's moving anyway. So should go see it pretty soon. Let's see what we got. That one I'm assuming it's the doe coming up too. Yeah. Yep, another doe. They're eating something up in here, so I'm just going to mark it. We'll add that to our little, I don't know that it's a trail or what. Right. There's the shooter. Woo, man, where he been at all year? Now this deer's only like 150 yards from me right now, by the way. I call him a shooter. Keep losing him. My gosh. I've got a better picture of him a minute ago, but you can see this is a pretty wide buck. I mean, I don't know. Trying to maneuver it, but he's got a tree right in between us right now. He looks like a good one. I don't know. It's hard to tell.